for Good Luck, written by Deborah Ambrosa, illustrated by Marty Ramsey. Introduction. Everyone has a special summer. The treasures are the best summer of all. Mine came when I was 9 years old, and it started after the city began my summer-long explorations of new surroundings. Even now, the patterns, smells, sound, and textures seem so immediate that I can imagine myself back there. When my father first suggested that I should visit his grandmother at the big beach house, I had no way of participating. Wait a minute. His grandmother at a big beach house. As the outcome, I had never seen an ocean or a beach. Dad said he had loved spending long lazy summers there, and his assistant colored with every story he told. Leaving home, I kept asking my dad, but what is it like there? He said the environment of a beach is different from the city. People have chosen to enjoy a different way of living. You see, raised with routines of life in the city. I wasn't sure what he meant by a different way of living. In the taxi, we took to a train station. Dad kept assuring me that I would love discovering it for all myself. I rode alone on the train, watching the passing view change from a familiar city, skylines, small towns, then no towns at all. I wondered what it would be like where I was going. I didn't feel very embarrassed. Life by the sea. Wait a minute here. My questions vanished when I saw Graham waiting for me at the train station, laughing and waving her straw hat. Her friends Jean loaded my bag into his car and chose a routine through Grant's little beach town. I could see what it is like. The first thing I noticed that the most people we passed were riding bicycles. There was also a beautiful horse ambling slowly on shady street, drawing a carriage. No one in a hurry at all. I could already see that summer was going to be unusual. We stopped in front of a tall gray house that had a rambling garden with flowers of all kinds. Jimmy carried my bags as we climbed out and made that to the broad front porch. Grandma started to prepare dinner for all of us. Whatever she was making had a hot, sharp, spicy aroma. While I'm doing this, go upstairs and pick my bedroom. You like, she suggested. Creaking wooden stairs led up to a hallway of 3 bedrooms and a bath with large bay windows. Each room I examined myself. Below lace curtains was painted a different color and was personalized with his own pattern of wallpaper. Choosing a bedroom was easy. Once I leaned my elbows on the windshield of the sunny yellow door and took in the soft tin bridge on the ocean, I decided it had to be my room. My summer home. The high, old-fashioned bed was inviting, so I flopped into a warm comforter, stretched in satisfaction, and listened. It was very quiet, except for the background sound of waves rolling onto the beach, over and over. Wave after wave, the ocean was just outside the door. I ran down the cricket stairs and announced, "I'm going to the beach," but Graham stopped me. She said, "It's very important to learn the rules of the sea before you go to the ocean. Come with me." We should go on shoes on the porch and walk down to the beach together. As we scrunched our shoes in the damp sand, Graham explained that the purpose of the two long rock wall jetties that dominate the beach years ago. Our shoreline was so much broader. Over time, erosions and the tides pulled so much of this position, and the tides pulled much of the sand away. She said, so the town decided to position these heavy rocks in two long rows that protect the beautiful beach from the eroding further. The Graham cautioned me, only walk along the shoreline between the jetties, always pay attention to where. She described curtains as the strong flows of ocean water that could drag a swimming far or pull a person under the surface and trap them there. I agreed that not to go with the water unless she or Jim were with me. My spicy, long, welcoming dinner included a little crab cake, and then were flowers from her garden on the table. Jean told a lot of stories while he has been found on the beach. After cleaning my dishes, I was suddenly ready for bed. In my new pajamas, I burrowed deeply into my cool pillow and watched shadows from the black curtains dance across the wall. Very soon, I was dreaming constantly of running along a sandy beach. Limbless. The next screech of seagulls awoke me early in the next morning. Putting on shorts and a t-shirt, I ran downstairs as Graham called out, "Remember the rules?" I nodded yes as I dashed into my new world. The early sunlight was almost rosy, and dozens of seagulls were gliding in figure eight above my head. While watching the seagulls circle, I almost stepped on a turtle. No, a dozen turtles. The sand that was covered with odd-looking creatures that had hot and brownish-gray shells and pointed tails. But when I looked closer, I realized they aren't any turtles at all. Some of these strange creatures were lying upside down on the shells, rocking and wiggling. I crouched on to watch them wiggle until I heard Graham call me for breakfast. As I tried to describe the creature I see, Graham later said they were horseshoe crabs, a type of arthropod that scientists call lemuri, but people just call them horseshoe crabs because the U-shaped design in their shells. The waves float them into the shore, and sometimes land upside down on the shells. She said that the upside-down crabs and I almost stepped on when trying to use the pointed tails to turn themselves upright. She said if they didn't turn over quickly enough, their undersides become too hot from the sun and they would die. She said the crabs floated in and out on the waves. If crabs became stranded on the beach after the tide receded, they tried to stay cool by burrowing into the wet sand. The female crabs came onto the beach to lay their green jelly-like eggs a few inches under the sand. One female horse crab might lay as many as 80,000 eggs in one season. Within 2 weeks, those eggs would develop into tiny larvae, and the larvae would be washed out in the ocean. These young larvae were tailless, but towards the end of the summer, they would molt and then develop tails. Graham explained molting is when an animal sheds its skin, fur, or feathers, and they grow back new ones. Animals often molt because they are growing larger. We returned to the beach that afternoon for a walk. I watched her technique as Gram kept stopping to turn any upside down crabs. She turned them gently in one motion. She also put several of stranded crabs back into the ocean to swim away. I was certain I saw her to give a little pet to one or two of them. Graham decided the horseshoe crabs as a long-distance swimmer, but added that when they get tired, they just turn over and float on their shells. They were little boats. When they are hungry, they stop swimming and gradually sink into the bottom of the ocean. Where the water is saltier, they find abundant sources of food. Horseshoe crabs are considered very valuable creatures. Scientists study them to learn about systems. Their blood is used to test for some human disease, and they also to test for new drugs. Horseshoe crabs may look odd, but they have adapted to the changing environment and survived for 350 million years since dinosaurs roamed the earth. Rescued. I immediately assigned myself at the role of the chief rescuer of valuable animals. Every morning, I became a rescue mission. I turned the overstranded crab and tossed him back into the waves. His seagulls having reached them to eat at the tender spot. Sometimes I first burst from the end of the rock jetty wave and wished them good luck as they swam away. Many times they floated back in and soon learned when the waves should take them further out in the water. I also tried to chase birds away when I saw them eating eggs. But Grant told me I should leave the birds alone because for the many years they had been their way of getting the food they needed on their flight back north. One early morning, I walked out to discover everything had changed again. There was not a single horseshoe crab in sight. I ran back into the house to ask what had happened to them. "It is all right," Grant said. "The crabs are done laying their eggs. They'll be next year." I was disappointed, but I hoped that I could come back to Grant's big ocean house again next summer. I walked back to the beach and plopped down onto the warm sand, watching the seagulls circling overhead. My crab rescue campaign had been an exciting new adventure. I thanks to Graham, I had learned about the ocean environment and had nature a little, and I seen whole different ways of living. Now I was ready for whatever my next summer adventure might be.
You're amazing. A perfect score.